He says, I have a little fever. I'll call you when I get out. He never called.
You have a prepaid call from an inmate at the California State Prison, San Quentin.
How are you doing?
I'm anxious, worried, but it's still the feeling of danger.
The number of inmates at San Quentin who are now positive for COVID-19 exploded over the weekend.
More than 2,000 men have tested positive for coronavirus in California's oldest prison, San Quentin, since late May. Officials call it the largest prison health catastrophe in state history.
What's your experience been like these last 2 months?
In a word, scary. Very scary.
We are planning funeral services instead of welcome home celebrations. We are done.
How did things get so out of control? And how did San Quentin become the site of one of the largest coronavirus outbreaks in the U.S.? The virus likely came to San Quentin from this prison 7 hours south, the California Institution for Men, or CIM. When the pandemic hit, the prison was at nearly 120% capacity. Many were housed in tight dormitories, sharing toilets, showers, and sinks, a perfect breeding ground for COVID-19. Belinda's fiance, Marcos Trevino, was serving a life sentence at CIM.
I used to tell him, make a mask out of your socks. I said, because it's killing people.
Marcos got sick in May. By that time, the prison had reported more than 500 cases.
He called me. He said, don't worry. He says, they're quarantining me for 14 days. I'll call you when I get out. He says, I have a little fever. He never called.
One week later, Belinda got word that Marcos was dead. He was 57 and one of at least 23 people who lost their lives to the virus at the prison.
He didn't make it. Somebody has to be accountable for his death.
In late May, under pressure to ease the overcrowding at CIM, state prison officials decided to transfer 121 high-risk men to San Quentin. But some of those men weren't tested for as long as 4 weeks before the transfer. And prior to their arrival to San Quentin, there had been no reported cases among the prison population there.
So we was informed that 6 or 8 buses from CMI Chino are on the way to San Quentin right now as we speak.
What did you think when he told you that?
I was, shocked. I don't know if it was me or one of my coworkers said, can we turn the bus around? No, they're already en route.
I was thinking, they were in the bus for 7 hours together. They're all infected. I was like, yep, it's over. It's here.
Prisons are designed to hold people in close proximity for control purposes. They are ill-equipped to deal with a pandemic. One building designed for 400 people with 800 people in it.
The men from CIM were not isolated once they arrived.
You could hear people yelling out the doors, out the cells. This is why you bring them here? Why are you making us sick?
Once COVID came, I knew it was a death sentence for a lot of people.
There are patients everywhere in the hallways. They're waiting outside of the building because there's no room to get into the healthcare building. Even if you're having chest pain and you said that you feel short of breath, even that was not enough for you to get immediate medical care. We were grossly understaffed and we were completely overwhelmed.
CDCR, or the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, is the agency that carried out the transfer. We tried to speak with them, but they declined multiple interview requests.
Leave a voicemail message here, and someone will respond to you within 30 to 45 minutes.
Hi, my name is Dena Takruri. I'm actually standing right outside your offices in Sacramento right now.
In an emailed statement, a CDCR representative said they implemented unprecedented measures to address the COVID-19 outbreak at San Quentin. But for many, it was too late.
For a week straight, there'd be these alarms. It's called man down.
Everybody's getting sick, and then you start hearing man down, man down, man down all day, all night.
Once a person tests positive, they'll put that person in a hole as a way of isolating them. Usually the cell in the hole is dirty, filthy.
But even those places were scarce. So many infected men were never isolated, and the virus kept spreading.
Did any of your friends die?
Yes, I had 2 friends that died.
One of them was Eric Warner.
He said when he got out, him and his brother was gonna travel the world by train or boat, something. I said, wow, that's, make sure you have your compass.
My brother really became sort of this role model prisoner. He really had a purpose in life, and he was really helping others, and I'm proud of my brother.
Can you tell me about your last conversation with Eric?
He was really struggling for every breath of air. I wanted him to fight till the end for his life and for his freedom. So I never gave him permission to let go or never encouraged him to give up.
Eric Warner died on July 25th. He was 57.
He fought to the end, but he was fighting for those guys too.
This group of activists and relatives of incarcerated people are marching to San Quentin right now, where they're calling for more humane conditions inside the prison and mass releases.
Let them go! Let them go!
Get some good brothers up in here, and we are redeemable.